paying big money for precious gifts such as gold, frankincense, and myrrh, made famous by a baby born in a manger many moons ago, makes an element of sense. Spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on a rhino horn at the expense of a poor rhino does not. Truth be told, however, I'm more than a little envious of the person who has $39 million spare to buy scorpion venom. Here are 10 most expensive materials in the world. Number 10, rhodium. English chemist William Hyde Wollaston discovered rhodium in 1803, shortly after he had found the element palladium, a silver-white metallic element that is highly reflective and resistant to wear, corrosion, and oxidation. Rhodium is valuable, sitting well above gold or silver in world rankings. Its name comes from the Greek word rhodon, which means rose, and describes the rose-red color of its salt. A stunning metal, it is considered rare and very precious. Mainly used in catalytic converters to help clean vehicle emissions and rid our cities of exhaust fumes, rhodium is often paired with palladium and/or platinum. Other uses for the element include optic fiber coating, thermocouple elements, and headlight reflectors due to its low electrical resistance and low corrosion properties. With South Africa alone producing almost 80% of the world's rhodium, the element is both rare and prices volatile. In fact, it briefly reached a whopping $10,025 an ounce in 2018. Unbelievable, really. Number 9, platinum. A highly valued and desired metal, platinum has a wide range of uses, including jewelry, catalytic converters, electrical contacts, and medical devices, such as pacemakers. It can also be used in some medications, like anti-cancer drugs. The silver-white metal is both rare and expensive, mainly known as white gold. It is popular as a wedding ring choice and is extremely resistant to tarnishing and corrosion. Soft and easy pliable, platinum can be hammered or pressed into shape without breaking or cracking, and forms part of an elite group of metals that includes gold, silver, copper, and titanium. It was first referenced in 1557 by Italian physician Julius Scaliger, who found the metal in Central America and named it platina, meaning little silver. However, it wasn't until almost 200 years later that platinum was officially introduced to the world by British scientist Charles Wood, who described some of its attributes and possible commercial applications in a published study. British chemists William Wollaston and Smithson Tennant produced and sold purified platinum. A similar extraction technique is still used today. Like rhodium, the majority of platinum is mined in South Africa, and with high prices, many investors have got on board to buy and sell it. It's a risky business though, as prices can fluctuate greatly, even more so than other precious metals. Number 8, heroin. It's little wonder that people hooked on heroin often turn to a life of crime to fund their habit. With the price tag of approximately $150 a day, totaling almost $55,000 per year, it's an expensive habit and not one the average Joe can afford. Unfortunately, personal financial burden isn't the only problem caused by heroin abuse. There are so many others, with the worst being death. The financial impact on society is serious, with the cost of heroin addicts in the United States alone costing more than $51 billion in 2015. Prisons are jam-packed with heroin users who have to be treated. Medical providers are flooded with people needing rehabilitation. There are a host of chronic infectious diseases contracted through heroin use, not to mention the treatment of those injured through their crimes. There are also many newborns that come into the world suffering from medical conditions related to heroin, and just as many are handed over to the state to be cared for. Users also find it difficult to hold down successful employment, relying on the welfare system to exist. Combining all these factors and the current estimate of 1 million active heroin users in the U.S., the costs to the economy are increasing by the day. A purely selfish habit. It's not only the abusers that are losing to heroin. If you haven't heard the word tophet, you're not alone. The precious gem is considered 1 million times rarer than a diamond. It was named after Richard Tophet, a gemologist who discovered the cut and polished gem in a jeweler shop in Dublin, Ireland in October 1945. It had previously been misidentified as the moth-colored spinal crystal until Tophet noticed some inconsistencies, including the difference in refracting light. Only found in southern Tanzania and Sri Lanka, tophet is not suitable for fasting, making it even more difficult to source. Lower grades of the gemstone are, however, found in limestone sediments in China. With a light violet, almost clear appearance, true tophet ranks highly on the Mohs scale of hardness, meaning its durability can be trusted. Because of its rarity, its sole purpose is as a gemstone. Found in carbonate rocks alongside fluorite, mica, spinel, and tourmaline, this rare gem is valued at a fairly decent $2,500 per carat, so investors will need pretty deep pockets. Number 6. Scorpion venom. Scorpion venom might be dangerous, but handling it could be worth the risk, given it could make you quite a lot of money. At $39 million per gallon, this stuff is like liquid gold. The expensive liquid comes specifically from the death stalker scorpion, and with a name like that, it's obvious this little chap is the most dangerous on the planet. But with big money to be made from its venom, people are literally clamoring to grab themselves a sample. Only catch is, the scorpion needs to be milked, and not once, but 2.64 million times to fill a gallon. Doesn't sound worth it to me. So why are people so keen to buy it? Turns out it's because it's difficult to come by. Pretty bizarre logic if you ask me. Milked by hand, one by one, a scorpion produces, at the most, just 2 milligrams of venom at a time. And with its bite said to be more painful than a bee sting, it's difficult to understand why anyone would even bother. But they do. In fact, there is even a name for them, a venom tech. These brave souls extract the venom to help with pioneering research into breakthrough medicines, which means that demand for this miracle venom continues to grow. Number 5. Painite. What appeared to be an innocent stone found by British mineralogist and gem dealer Arthur Payne in Myanmar in the 1950s turned out to be much more than anyone could have imagined. It was discovered that the orange-brown stone was one of only 2. Decades later, the stone is still so rare it is effectively priceless. It is also pretty much impossible to find on today's market, making it extremely expensive. Should you be lucky enough to find it, painite can set you back between $50,000 and $60,000 per carat. A borate mineral that contains calcium, zirconium, aluminum, and oxygen. It was first thought to be a ruby, but Arthur Payne confirmed it as a new mineral species, naming it after himself. Typically orange-red to brownish-red due to the traces of chromium and vanadium in its makeup. Painite is naturally hexagonal in shape, and until late 2004, only 2 had been fashioned into gemstones. Number 4. Diamond. Said to be billions of years old and brought to the Earth's surface with the help of volcanic eruptions, ancient Romans and Greeks believed diamonds to be the tears cried by the gods or splinters from falling stars. Although this has never been proven, the dazzling gemstones are the birthstone for the month of April. What better excuse to buy yourself one, April-born ladies? Nearly 100% carbon, the diamond is considered invincible or indestructible, hence the name. The word diamond comes from the Greek word adamas, which describes anything that is inflexible, firm, or long-lasting. In fact, the only thing that can scratch a diamond is another diamond. Under the immense heat and pressure they deal with far below the Earth's surface, the carbon atoms bond to create the diamond's beautiful and rare crystalline structure. Valued and coveted for thousands of years, diamonds were being excavated and traded in India as far back as the 4th century BC. Ancient Hindu statues were adorned with diamonds, with many cultures believing that they had special powers. They were said to give the wearer protection from danger and strength and courage during battle. Kings were often seen wearing diamonds on their armor as they rode into battle. It was also believed that diamonds had healing properties and could cure ailments such as fatigue and mental illness. India was the world's original source, with the trade beginning in the 1400s. However, following a decline in the precious gem, Brazil took over temporarily before a huge diamond reserve was discovered in South Africa in the 1800s. They are now mined in many parts of the world. However, South Africa still holds the record for the largest diamond ever discovered. The Cullinan was found in 1905, an amazing 3,106 carats. It weighed 1.33 pounds. South Africa doesn't have the best reputation for ethical working conditions, with many children treated as slaves in the mines. Brilliant Earth was introduced to help stop this behavior. They believe diamonds shine brighter when they're sourced in an ethical, environmentally friendly way. Named after the state of California and the University of California, Californium-252 is a radioactive metallic and actinide chemical that is noted for several qualities. It is the element with the second highest atomic mass and the 6th transuranium element that scientists were able to synthesize. It is also a valuable trading commodity, with just a gram costing a cool $27 million. The heaviest naturally occurring element on our planet, californium's price reflects its heavyweight status. In the 1970s, californium-252 was sold for $10 per microgram, with just 150,000 micrograms or 150 milligrams shipped to buyers every year between 1970 and 1990. The element was mainly sold to academic and industrial buyers by the Atomic Energy Commission. Atomic energy was replaced by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission in 1974, causing the price of californium-252 to steadily increase. By 1999, the price had risen from $10 per microgram to $60. Used in the treatment of certain types of brain and cervical cancers, it's little wonder this chemical is so sought after. Unfortunately, since its discovery in 1950, scientists have only been able to produce just 8 grams, making it extremely scarce and highly regulated in most countries. Number 2, methamphetamine. A powerful, highly addictive stimulant that affects the central nervous system, methamphetamine, or crystal meth, looks like glass fragments or shiny bluish rocks. Its seemingly harmless appearance, however, masks a dangerous predator, one that is taking people hostage all over the globe. Like amphetamine, the drug used to treat ADHD and sleep disorders, methamphetamine can be taken in several forms. However, because the high doesn't last for long, users often take repeated doses. Similar to eating disorders, addicts often binge and crash, giving up food and sleep while continuing to take the drug every few hours for several days. A very dangerous substance, methamphetamine increases the amount of the natural chemical dopamine in the brain and rapidly releasing high levels of the reward component of the brain. This strongly reinforces drug-taking behavior, making the user want to effectively rinse and repeat. In the short term, users of this drug can experience increased wakefulness and physical activity, decreased appetite, irregular heartbeat, and increased blood pressure. The long-term effects, however, are far more serious, particularly so for those who regularly inject the drug into their system. Users are at an increased risk of contracting infectious diseases, including HIV and AIDS, and are likely to develop cognitive problems where they have trouble thinking, understanding, learning, and remembering. Other side effects include extreme weight loss, severe dental problems, intense itching, anxiety, and confusion. Users may also become violent, unpredictable, and paranoid, and be prone to hallucinations, making them extremely volatile and often dangerous. Number 1. Rhinoceros's horn. It seems almost bizarre to think that a beautiful, majestic beast like the rhinoceros would be killed for a horn that can be removed without need for its death. The horns are sold on the black market for a fortune. Used by some cultures for ornaments or traditional medicine, they are most popular in both East Asia and Vietnam. In fact, on the black market, they cost as much as gold. People have been known to grind the horn into dust and consume it, believing it has therapeutic properties due to the keratin inside it. The African species and the Sumatran rhino are very sought after as they have 2 horns. The Sumatran rhino, along with the black and the Javan, are critically endangered, and South Africa park rangers are now taking matters into their own hands in the hope of saving them. With its rhino population said to be under siege, the poachers killing as many as 3 a day to sell the horns. Rangers at a private game reserve are capturing and tranquilizing them before removing their horns. Said to be just like filing a nail, the rhino is not in any pain and the action may save their lives. Able to fetch up to $150,000 in some parts of Asia, the rhinos have a deadly bounty on their head. Although the horn will grow back in several years, it is going to become increasingly common for them not to be seen on private reserves in order to save the species. With no real predators in the wild, it's a sad fact that adult rhinos should fear us humans instead. So that's it for our list of 10 most expensive materials in the world. Have you ever encountered any of these in the wild? If you have, let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and check out our other videos for more amazing lists. Make sure you subscribe to be a part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our regular videos as soon as they are uploaded. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. You've been watching Top Quick Peek. We'll see you next time.